that's what I had always envisioned for this film, and why I feel it's really important to be, doing it in this grassroots way and just really, taking it to people and sharing it in real life, especially having gone through, the pandemic and lockdown and being separated from one another. Being back in touch and reconnecting with community is just so vital and so important. So we've been doing that for quite a bit, simultaneous to our film festival journey. We've been doing these community screening engagements. My producing partner, Carlo, had reached out to the American Nephrology Nurses Association. It was pretty much a cold email, someone who had seen the film recommended we reach out to this group. So he did, and they were really interested in hearing more about the film, really interested in bringing the film to their summit in Atlanta. Yeah. And we found out the reason why is because their president, for the very first time in the organization's history, is Asian American, and she's Filipino American. Yeah. So finding out about our film was something that was really important to her, because it is her story too. So she invited us to Atlanta, and this just happened I want to say last week, or the weekend before.
Yeah. I was just at a conference, and I think the day before I was at this conference last week, they were reaching out to me saying, we just saw this and you really got to see if you can get in touch. So I'm happy that we're able to make the connection. Michelle, I actually come from that space as well, nephrology space. I grew up with somebody that was on dialysis and ended up in the profession as a dialysis technician and running facilities. And now I work in medical device. I work with a lot of nurses, a lot of doctors, and the dialysis space specifically, the nursing and the professional front is heavily represented by Filipino workers. I've said it many times on the podcast here, but when I think about the day that I passed, Paco's going to laugh, but the day that I passed, the last face I want to see is a Filipino, and it could be my wife or one of my kids or a very kind and caring nurse. But I totally have a deep appreciation and respect for Filipino nurses. So tell me about the what in the Filipino nursing community is being highlighted in the film. I'm so excited to see it, but what exactly is being highlighted, other than the good things that I said, the great caring nurses and dependability and great skills, but what's being highlighted in this that we would call it unseen, Michelle?
Sure. Well, I'll give you a little bit of background to kind of fill in that picture for you. I actually got really emotional at that summit. I totally wasn't expecting it. My aunt, Dodo Cueva, she was essentially my second mom and grew up with us, from childhood all the way till, my high school. And she was very impactful, in all of our lives. Yeah. We were scared of her. She was kind of the matriarch of the entire family. Super strong, but very, very kind. And she was a veteran oncology nurse at a children's hospital in Washington, D.C. She was the first of my mom's family to come over here to the U.S. So nursing was always, such a personal and important part of family and who I am. But I just took that for granted.